Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at ICP. We got a little X marks the spot here. We're going to double check and see if this is worth taking an entry on or if this is kind of a false positive where we're at. Does look like it took off as soon as we broke through that $12.20 mark. We talked about that being a very important level to get above. You can see this line here in this most recent point of control exactly at that level. So again, it's kind of one of those areas that should work as a support now that we've tested it as a resistance, or more so broken through as resistance, retesting as support. So again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope you can learn something today if you want to become a better trader. As per usual, CryptoCache.tech is a site link down below. We do have a lot of new members coming over. Please ensure that you read through our signals guide so you understand specifically how they work before you take the trades. And if you do take a look here, we took some nice profits. Myro short 25%, Caspa long 74%. And then prior to that, we had nice AVO long as well at 64%. So good trades here. Is ICP worth taking a trade? Let's find out. First things first, we want to look at liquidation. And this is the last month's worth of trading. Okay, so keep in mind there's a lot of liquidation on the downside. We've talked about $10 being that worst case scenario. I think that's a low probability unless Bitcoin takes a run towards 60K. If Bitcoin can hold the 67 to 70,000 range, I think ICP will inevitably break free from its current range and continue higher. Now, again, if we zoom in a little bit, we'll see a slightly different story, but the big picture here is $14 is that heavy concentration of liquidation to the upside for this coin. Okay. Again, that's the larger time frames, but also if we look at smaller time frames, we can see 1250 is that next level. So 1250, we got some heavy shorts at $12.50. So we'll probably at the very least see see this 0.382 fib level retested, because that is a likely culprit there for where all the liquidation levels are hanging out. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. If we take a quick look here at the daily, work our way down, we can kind of find out a few key factors here. First of all, daily time frame. Let's go ahead and remove this X here just so we can talk about that a little later, clear up the charts. With the moving averages, we're holding above the 200-day SMA. That's the important thing. We tentatively got rejected here today by the 20-day SMA, and we're still below this descending trend line. So again, we want to get over the 50-day simple moving average to have any potential luck here, if you will. But generally speaking, looking pretty decent, minus, of course, the obvious descending trend line. Now, we got to recognize, too, that money flow index, we're seeing a good little bounce here, or there's strong propensity for a bounce off of 30 on the money flow index, and then RSI getting closer to 50 with stochastic swinging up. These are generally favorable signs. We can also see the MACD has converged as well. While it's not super strong, it's enough to notice because we've broken free from this tentative range here that we're in. Okay, so again, I'm not super excited about the daily time frame, but it does look much more favorable than it has in quite a while. And while we haven't broken this larger term trend line, it does look like it's trending towards that. Okay, let's explain what I mean by that here. First of all, we'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame. We're above the 20 and the 50-day SMA. That's an important thing because yesterday we were getting rejected by both of them, and now we're above both of them, and we've broken free from this short-term descending trend line. When you break a short-term descending trend line and retest it as a bullish, bullish backtest, it's always a good sign, right? So the price comes down here, breaks through, bounces off, and continues higher. While it's not perfect, it's not exact science, that's somewhat of a cup and handle pattern there, right? And the price continues up. So this is a good break here, if you will. Absolutely something we needed, because getting above that 1220 over the last, what is it? It's been almost 5 days since we've been above that $12.20 mark. So that resistance should turn into the new support level for us here. Hypothetically, as long as the volume continues and Bitcoin doesn't belly flop, right? We're also over 50 on the RSI here in the 4-hour, and money flow index is increasing, showing more money is flowing into this coin in the last 14 candles, which is roughly 2.5 trading days. So all that being said, stochastic is hitting its top, due for a correction, but that pullback could have already happened if you look at the current wick here from the last 4-hour candle. While that's generally construed as a negative, it's considered to be a gravestone doji candle, that is actually followed by a lot of volume, implying that there is equal amount of buying as there is selling pressure, and it happened after we broke through a resistance level. So I feel pretty good about that. Same thing here with the MACD converging. So generally speaking, minus the moving averages in this descending trend line, which getting above $12.50 would put us there. Mind you, a lot of liquidation at that level. There's a solid chance we're going to see the price of ICP continue to run here. We do look at TD sequential though. We're at a 5. We got a little reset here recently. We could see another 20 to 24 hours of continuation. Hourly time frame. This also looks very positive. The lagging span's free and clear. Conversion lines over the baseline, and we are above the cloud, which is consolidating right now at $12.15. Basically $12.20 if you round up just a little bit there. The top end right there's at $12.20. So to me, that area of 1220 is important. I would say a closure above 1220 today would give us a pretty solid consideration for the price going further higher. Furthermore, too, obviously closure above 1250. While beggars can't be choosers, that would be an excellent place to be, because we'd break free from our descending trend line. We'd be over the 50-day SMA on the larger time frames, and we'd have a much better situation in that sense, right? But the truth is, daily time frame is looking like it's wanting to switch gears. 4-hour time frame looks pretty strong, and the hourly also reaffirming that. So when you get the hourly and the 4-hourly kind of combining together to have a somewhat of a bullish sign, how you have two strong, smaller time frames, that leads into a larger time frame breakout. Okay, so again, while we're not completely out of the woods yet, I think that based on how well ICP has been holding its range, regardless of all the shenanigans in the market, leads me to believe that we're not going to see a price point much lower than this 1150 mark. Heaven forbid we get one last little wick down, but generally speaking, again, this liquidation here about 1250 is a pretty stark reality. I think we're going to see that 0.382 fib level retested, and obviously once that happens, there's a strong chance we're going to be above that descending trend line, and we're going to be breaking bullish at that point. Yeah, we're on the verge here, folks. Things are looking pretty good here for ICP. So if you have questions, of course, reach out to me. If you could, do me a favor, hit the like button, comment below. Join us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord. I've got YouTube and TikTok Shorts now. Pretty much everything is available for you if you want it. Yeah, it's all there, all the resources. Just go ahead and check them out. And I do look forward to working with you either way. Again, if you're going to try to become a community member, CryptoCache.tech is a site link down below. There's a few slots left available. Very last but not least, if you use my link to register for Bitunix, make sure you take advantage of this offer. I got to mention this every video because it's money, it's free money that you get just by doing what you normally do anyways. So between now and the 30th, take advantage of these bonus offers. If you haven't used my link to register, definitely do so. This exchange is phenomenal. We use them specifically as a community because, again, there's no KYC or VPN here. Okay, awesome stuff. Thanks again, Bitunix, and thank you too. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.